Hey guys, Jessica Kubasi here. Yes, I did cut my hair. Everyone who sees me now is like, oh my god, Jessica, you chopped your hair. That's one way to put it. Yeah, I mean, I had a change of heart one day. I'm like, I just can't brush this anymore. It was getting too long and it's just easier. Like, I don't have to do anything. I think I brush it, like, I go over it once and I'm done. Now I can spend time doing things that actually matter, like finally finishing Buffy the Vampire Slayer on Netflix. It's getting a little weird, but it's getting there. So one of the most common questions that I get on Facebook, Instagram, whatever it may be, whatever new social media thing they're coming up with that I'm not gonna join because I have too many accounts and too many different passwords and I just don't know anymore and I can't make any more emails. And it's really just a job to keep up with everything. So yeah, a very common question that I receive is, what lens did you use for this picture? Or what lens is the best for this certain setting? And just basically questions specific to my lens use. And I thought this was really interesting because people would guess what lens I'm using in the comment section, and a lot of the time people like to guess the 51.2, and it's a little bit amusing to me because, not that in a bad way, but I'm just kind of like over here not using the 1.2, and in fact the lens that I do use is the 1.4, which a lot of people, when they see the quality of my photos, automatically think it must be the 1.2 because it's an L series lens, has better quality, it's more expensive. So immediately when people see that quality, they're like, it equates to, okay, it must be the most expensive lens. And yeah, it's amusing because this is not really an expensive lens. So I think that just says a lot about this lens and its quality. And I wanted to talk about the best lens for, portraiture, or actually just more of like the most versatile lens, my most favorite lens. Let's just call this video my favorite lens, Jessica's favorite lens. And this is the lens, and I talk about it a lot, and it's become one of my best friends. It's a lot more reliable than my friends. So any of you guys watching this, I'm sorry, but this lens has never canceled plans, so I'm just saying. I made a list of points as to why I like this lens so much, and I'm going to read them off for you guys right now. Not that I needed a list to know what my favorite things were, but just so I don't forget anything. And this video actually has some content in it and substance. But to be completely serious and completely honest, this lens is my go-to lens. There's so many reasons why I prefer this lens over the others. My number one thing is it's very versatile, and another huge factor is it's lightweight, and the build is great. It's still, like, it's not gonna fly away like a gust of wind's gonna, bye fam, we don't know where you went, Pocahontas, like in the wind gusting, it's gone. That's not gonna happen with this lens because it's still, like, the build is still good. So I know the 1.8, I said this in the other video, a lot of people said that it was a little flimsy, it was plastic. This build is not really plastic at all. I don't even know, not even guess what it's made of, but it's very durable. So it still has that weight, but it's not like the 1.2. 1.2 is really bulky, and comparative to the 1.2, it's just a smaller, lightweight lens. So if you're traveling, this is a great lens because it's light, and it will fit in your backpack, it will fit in your purse. Another reason why I like this lens so much is you can do portrait and you can do full body shots. It's great for blurring out the background. It's not crazy like the 70 to 300 where it's completely blurred out. Still has detail, so you can bump up the aperture, bump down the aperture and get a totally different look, which I like. So it's versatile in that aspect where you can do a portrait shot and then you can step back and do a full body. So this is what I use for most models when I'm shooting, especially now, agency stuff. This is my go-to lens when I'm shooting agency girls, especially because I'm having to travel, taking this lens with me all the way. It's just great. Another thing, it's relatively cheap. It's about $300 on the internet. You could probably find it cheaper. The 1.2, I believe the retail is like $1,300, $1,400. I'm not sure, but it's in the thousands. and this is, again, only $300. So, you know, save up that money that you were gonna go spend on food, Sonic, Zara, because I just spent much money on there, and I'm kind of feeling, actually no, I'm not guilty because I got some cute stuff, so I'm good. I'm never guilty shopping at Zara. And honestly, the fact that it's not 1.2 is not a huge deal to me, because I actually don't really shoot 1.2 that much. I shoot 1.2 like once a year. It's like Christmas. Comes around once a year, and then after that you're like, okay, I did it. And you just don't do it anymore. So it's not that big of a deal to me personally. I like the background. I don't want the background to be so blurry and creamy. So that's just my personal preference. If you're a photographer who likes to shoot wide open and you want that creamy, soupy blurriness in the back, maybe you want the 1.2. But in terms of quality, you can't even guess. You literally can't guess. A lot of people always ask me, oh, is that the 1.2 lens that you use? I'm like, no, it's my 1.4. And I actually started using this lens a lot more than my 1.2. And it's just crazy because I spent so much money on that one. I'm like, I should just sell it. So, I don't know. I really like this lens, and I've pretty much replaced it over the 1.2. Again, just because I'm traveling a lot now, and I want a lens that's very lightweight. And I know it's horrible to say this, but if I crush this, or God forbid there's an accident and I drop something and it cracks, I'm not going to cry so much over this than I would the 1.2, because it's like $300. I could just buy another one. So I guess that's my little review of it. And again, I get this question so often. I really honestly would invest in this lens. It's my favorite lens. I've been using it from the start of my photography journey. It's like my child. So I've shown you pictures throughout this video, and hopefully you have seen the quality. It's really, really a great lens. It's a good price, a good value for it, and my personal favorite lens. It's my go-to lens. So hopefully this video answers everyone's questions about it. And last but not least, really, really quickly, everyone asks me about the 1.8. I would just say pay an extra $150 or however much it is and just buy the 1.4, because I really do think that the build is going to matter. You want something that's going to be at least a little bit durable. And yeah, so check it out. Let me know what you guys think. What's your favorite lens? And as always, thank you guys for watching.